Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good
Good morning.
morning,
Yes, sir.
Victor. Good morning. So good to see you. So good to hear from you. Um, Thank you
Good morning.
for
Yes, sir.
accepting our invitation this morning.
Welcome.
Happy World Pharmacist Day, by the way, to
Same
you.
to you.
Okay, so um, let's just go. Let's just dive right into it. Yes, you are one of our um, very key clients. In Shelf Life, you own and manage Morning Sun Pharmaceuticals in Abuja,
Yeah.
and you are a pharmacist by profession.
Yes.
Yes. Can you quickly take us through a journey into your career as a pharmacist? How did
O-
you yeah, take us
Okay.
through your journey into your career as a pharmacist.
Okay. Thank you. So it's quite an interesting one. At usually, parents when they have a brilliant kid, most people will just say you must read medicine. Want you to be a doctor. But in
Mm-hmm.
my own case was not different from my parents. They wanted me to read medicine, but
Mm,
from my indoctrination as a Catholic,
mm,
I'm a pro-life. And the notion then, like doctors, they deal with blood, maybe they can help some ladies to get rid of pregnancy, all that, blah, blah, blah,
mm-hmm.
blah. And from the information available to me at that time, I said, okay, I don't want to have anything to do with it. So then, why pharmacy? Sometime around 1998 and 1997, 1998, before I got admission into pharmacy. So I was sick. And after the laboratory investigation, the test results revealed that I had amoebic dysentery. And
Mm.
I took all sorts of drugs prescribed by the doctor, and I was not getting any better. So one of the days I went to for checkup, out of frustration, he said, Kai, if not because of fake drugs, I have prescribed the best drugs I believe can help you, but I'm not sure again because he believes he's right with the diagnosis,
Mm.
but the drugs were not giving him or giving us the expected results.
Desired results.
Yes, it was then I resolved that I have to go and read pharmacy with special emphasis to make available access to quality drugs. So my intention was to work in the NAFDAC, make sure
Mm.
that it's only quality drugs that get into country, and any person found wanting is severely punished.
Mm.
But along the line, Nigeria happened to me. I found myself being in a medical rep job. It's you plan, but the country plans for you. So as a medical rep, I was traversing the length and breadth of Abuja, uh, dealing with the company's clients, and along the line, I was discussing with an older colleague, an ex-rep too, as an accomplished community pharmacist. And I was sharing my frustration with him. And he gave me two assignments. He said, one, if this company where you are working currently is not meeting up with your dreams and aspirations, change. Then secondly, he gave me a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Mm.
Said I should go and read it. That if I come back, when I finish reading it, it will give me cash flow quadrant. That's by Robert Kiyosaki. So before I could finish reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad, I took my first practical lesson because the book talks more about leverage, especially
About
buying
what? Feel free.
leverage.
Oh, leverage.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
very much on leverage, and especially buying failed or failing businesses. Because he believed that failed or failing business could hardly be sold up to 50% of the value. That most of the time you get 25% of the value because the owner or operator of a failed or failing business is eager to get rid of it. He's looking for somebody to
Mm.
hand over the burden. So I took my first practical step by buying, in the course of my job, I met a customer that was complaining that he's tired of the shop. He wants to let go the pharmacy premises. So, and first and foremost, you also have to diagnose, take your time to study, to know that you have the magic wand that will change the situation. So that's how I acquired my first outlet. And among all my few outlets, the ones I acquired as failed business are doing better than the ones I
You
started from the
don't
scratch.
mean it. Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
because one thing I have to tell people is that don't do what you don't know in the first
Mm.
place. So as a rep, whenever I have the demography of Abuja in my palms, population-wise, pharmacy outlet-wise. So when you are thinking that a place has population, also check how many number of outlets are there. It's not about only population, how many number of outlets are there, and also the quality of the population.
Mm.
So whenever I go to the field to see my clients, there are some that easily pay you. They buy large volume, they pay you. So there are two things involved. One, they have the population, the right client base, who they are attending to. Two,
Mm.
their method of approach. How are they doing it? So while sitting quietly and patiently waiting, I'm also understanding how is this
Wow.
person practicing. Because if your customer is able to pay you, it's because he's making the money. That's why
Yes.
he's able to pay you.
Yes.
So these are the things I consider. So if I see a good location, I know. So, and I will even advise young pharmacists that want to venture into community practice to take
Mm.
their first time, first and first, go and do medical rep job. It will expose you, one, riding on the status of the company you are working for. You will know a lot of wholesalers. They respect you because of your company, not necessarily you. But with that, you build relationship and client base so that I can authoritatively tell you that if I want to open an outlet, the only thing I need is the money for the rent and to do the shelves. Sourcing for
And you're
drugs
good to go.
is not a problem at all. Sourcing for drugs is not a problem at all. For the drugs to, because I can get drugs on credit for a month and upwards. But the only thing that's one, you have to be somebody of impeccable character,
Good reputation.
integrity,
Mm-hmm.
integrity. If you have
Mm-hmm.
discussed with this person, I'm paying so and so time, maintain it. If you cannot meet up, put a call through that because of so and so, I may not be able to meet up. This is what I have now. And because of your track record, they will always believe you. Because one thing with pharmacy business is like it's a small family. Everybody knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
A small sound you made in Lagos may be resounding very loud in Abuja, in Port
Mm-hmm.
Harcourt, or even Nigeria and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not know that people watch what they are doing. Because sometimes you may even meet somebody, it might be a manager when we are still under managers in another company, and he's direct poaching. Would you like to work for us? Because he has heard. They also interact at that level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a small family. That's what I have to say for now.
Very insightful. Your story and your journey is really insightful. You could pass for a consultant in business for community pharmacists
Yes, I
and young
make
pharmacists.
bold to say
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I agree with you. So, what are your key? What would you say are your key achievements so far? One, two key achievements so far in um, your career as a pharmacist.
Well, um, sometimes these things are better said by people observing you, watching you, but I will try. One, I started as a low income area as Mararaba in
Mm.
2008. That's the
Was that
first
where
practice.
Morning Sun started?
Yes, Aso Road, Mararaba. Not even along that road, Aso, inside the village. And within the space of 15 years, even though we have closed that particular branch because it was no longer meeting up our standard, we have to let other person manage it. But from there, that's where we started. We have grown to over, to be modest, let's say about 7 branches. And if like end of the month now, I don't usually smile because it's time for paying salaries. So, so when you have over 30 people directly employed, not
Payroll.
directly employed, which you have to pay every month. So I will count that as an achievement because every all of us know that the economy is not smiling. So we have not downside yet. So we are hoping that we will still remain afloat. And also, like the prayers messages they send, some people put call across when they see their salaries on time. It keeps on going. It keeps us going. So our target is to reduce poverty and also make quality medicine accessible.
It's interesting that with that one event where you experienced the impact of fake drugs, 20 plus years down the line, what is 20? More than 20 years plus down the line, you are a channel of income generation for over 30 homes. That's really, and we haven't begun to talk about the number of, you know, customers and the number of patients that have been impacted by your career and by your work. Really
Yeah.
major achievements. Um, in all of this, I'm sure there have been challenges.
Do you want to go there?
I want to go there.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, if you don't have passion for anything, you can't do it. So despite the challenges, the passion keep us going. And first and foremost, among the challenges is one is energy cost.
Energy costs.
Yes,
Mm,
because pharmaceuticals, drugs are supposed to be kept at certain standard temperature, certain temperature. So which means you need at least air conditioner. And also for the cold chain products like the vaccines, you need a refrigerator with constant power supply. So these things, and the condition of the epileptic power supply in and around here. So one, we also be forced to either go by inverter system, which doesn't come cheap. So that's quite a challenge. So there are some class of drugs you may not be able to stock because you don't have stable power supply. Also, stock management is a challenge
mm.
for most pharmacists, inclusive, because some people may not, this first to expiry, first out, may not be adequately adhered to. So if you find out that at the end of the day, you have some expired products, so and you are losing revenue through such expired products. And also, because it's a specialized trade or sector, personnel recruitment is very, very is challenging in the sense that one, you have to recruit people with impeccable character, good people, and also you are dealing with health, so they also have to be people that are careful and intelligent too. I have to keep on training and retraining, and the person may have one or two character you may not like well so much, but you cannot even fire because the process of recruitment. There are people waiting in the wing to poach, so you may have to put up with some bad attitude, praying to God that the person will change, or just making sure that the bad is not greater than the good. So that's also a challenge. And pilfering definitely have come to stay, or is a challenge. I know something could be done about it, but sometimes you may not really know. Sometimes maybe friends of your staff and rest of them may just come. If you are not observant, drugs may exchange hand without being paid for. So that's also a problem. But The policies as if I catch you, you go. Because the problem of this type of thing is that the person may recruit other staff.
As accomplices.
Yes, because it's not easy to be done by one person. Watch my back while I play. You watch mine. So if you don't break that cycle, you are in for a long ride.